Well, good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. We are on day, I lost count now at TIFF, and I'm still here. I'm still standing.
I'm still standing.
So recently I saw George C. Wolfe's Rustin, which is, of course, the biopic of Bayard Rustin, played by the man of the hour, Colman Domingo. So this is George C. Wolfe. This is the director behind Ma Rainey's Black Bottom from a few years ago. And I was a big fan of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I believe it was in my top 3 from that year, and I just love the electricity that flowed throughout that film, and I enjoyed every single performance. I found it exhilarating to watch. And his new film, Rustin, centers around Bayard Rustin, who was a close friend and advisor to Martin Luther King Jr. He was also an activist who spearheaded the March on Washington, the famous civil rights protest where MLK delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. And I'm just gonna cut to the chase by saying that Colman Domingo is a formidable presence on screen, playing the charismatic figure. Domingo has, natural charisma here, and Rustin, he brings a theatrical flair to his performance. At times, I wondered if he was maybe being a little too big, but the character does have a larger-than-life personality, and, it does fit George C. Wolfe's often theatrical style. There was definitely a difference between the actors in the scene where Colman Domingo was really going for it, and the other actors were kind of going a little bit more to the cuff. So the film is written by Julian Brees and Dustin Lance Black. This is the same writer of Milk. Like Milk, Rustin explains the inner politics involved with leading the march and does so with very good clarity. So whether it's fighting with leaders of the NAACP or having to rekindle friendships that have fallen out, or just building alliances, this is the kind of challenges that Bayard Rustin has to go against in what we see in the film. So Rustin at times resembles these kind of political scenes that we've seen in like Oppenheimer or an Aaron Sorkin film, where we get these really fiery debates among characters about what the correct path forward is, except the scenes here in Rustin don't put you on the edge of your seat. The film does move along at a nice pace. One criticism that I often would hear people describe Wolfe's last film was, I liked it, but it kind of felt stagey, which always kind of confused me because, Ma Rainey was a play that was performed originally on a stage. So, stagey makes sense. Ma Rainey did feel like you were watching a play, which is kind of the exact reason why I liked it. The energy you get from watching a live show and watching actors perform, that was the energy that I felt in Ma Rainey. Here in Rustin, I don't really feel that same energy. There is a level of staginess there, if you want to call it that, but it's this isn't August Wilson, so it's like less riveting and it's less gripping. Rustin is shot fine. It looks good. I believe it's the same cinematographer from Dreamgirls, actually, but I felt like the film did lack a certain cinematic quality, and I think could have taken more creative chances with how they filmed it. So this is not necessarily like a groundbreaking biopic, but if you want to learn about a mostly unknown chapter of American history where, this prominent key figure was cast aside for being openly gay, then this film will give you the scoop on that. Overall, it was informative, it was easy to watch, and ultimately successful, so I'm going to give the film a soft 7 out of 10. But let's go ahead and talk Oscars. So I don't think Colman Domingo is clear and away the frontrunner. So most of the predictors on Gold Derby are predicting either him or Cillian Murphy to win, but I don't really see this film being nominated, which is really going to hurt Domingo's chances significantly. So if you look at the winners for Best Actor in like the last 20 or so years, you're going to find that every single Best Actor has a Best Picture nomination to match. But it did happen last year where Brendan Fraser won Best Actor and that film was not nominated for Best Picture. But I don't think Colman Domingo's performance in Rustin is on that level. He is playing a real life person. Domingo's having a really solid year. His character is missing a tooth. And you might be thinking, like, what does missing a tooth have anything to do with winning an Oscar? But I tend to think that the Academy favors acting that you can see clearly. And that's another reason why Brendan Fraser won. It's acting that you can see. He has a unique characteristic or feature that really helps him stand out from the crowd. I think Rustin could be very much the Selma of this year. Selma picked up 2 nominations, one being Best Picture and the other one being Best Original Song. I could see Best Actor nomination and Best Original Song nomination for Lenny Kravitz's Road to Freedom song. So those are my thoughts on Rustin and its Oscar prospects. But what do you guys think? Who are you currently predicting for Best Actor? Follow me on Letterboxd or Twitter. I love talking Oscars with all of you, so links in the bio. And even more TIFF reviews are still to come. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you at the Oscars and a TIFF. Ooh, a Mr. Big.
Sex and the City.
Like Sex and the City? I have no idea what that means. What is that? The chocolate here is better. This is really good. This is really good. Good texture. Enjoyed it.